Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 2 of Brewing Up a Storm. Top 5 Call of Duty games. It would be... Is Black Ops 2 like it?
Do you want to hop on here? I'm getting bullied by these guys.
Episode 2.
And this week we have, not even going to say a special guest. Is he a special guest at this point or what is he?
Depends how you define special.
We'll see how this goes.
We don't, you even said it in your Mega Minute. You don't really know what your role is right now.
No.
Because you can give us a rundown then on who you are and stuff like that. Then you go for it.
I am Joshua, otherwise known as the Powerhouse.
Well, give us some meat behind that. Give us some meat behind that.
The meat behind that only comes out
don't
whenever I
mess
am
with
in
the...
Powerhouse.
No, come on now.
No.
It only comes out in competition.
All right, fair enough.
I save it for my enemies.
Ooh, raw friendly. How it is.
Yeah, I'm a COD player, but it's kind of a weird one whenever that Mega Minute was filmed, because obviously for 3 or 4 months of the year, COD's in off season, so there's literally nothing to play. I haven't touched COD in at least 2 months.
Well, what I wanted to know is, because COD is the same year in, year out since probably Champs, since the iteration of Champs, basically, because after Champs it dies a death then, doesn't it?
Well, it kind of changed, because if you remember, like back in, I think Advanced Warfare was the last year of it. Okay. Champs was in like May, April time. That's whenever it was on Xbox. And then whenever it switched to PlayStation and the CDL and all, Champs is the last event of the year.
But when is that?
July, August time. Obviously, it's different.
And then you've got obviously then to November or October, November.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've that lull period of.
It's kind of different the last 2 years, because you've got EWC, which happens after Champs, so it's kind of like a set. You know, it gives the season an extra month, but even then, that's just for the pros.
Yeah. Well, that's it. The amateur scene dies a death, doesn't it?
The amateur scene in Europe starts in, say for Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 comes out in the middle of November.
14th of November.
The first tournament for Black Ops 7 might be the middle of December. It could be the start of the new year. And then there'll be nothing to play for in Europe from like May onwards.
Yeah.
So like 5 months of the year, there's a season.
Mm-hmm. Have they announced when the season's starting for the CDL and Challengers? Not yet.
They won't know the rules or the map set until at least 2 or 3 weeks into the game. Mm. So, and it's the same every year. It's like,
what other esport does that? Do you know of? That's what I mean. Like, you know, most of them have obviously your off season, but I think COD's in a unique position where it's a whole different game then at that point.
Yeah.
You know, so it is, you know, the Counter-Strike off season, I'm not going to legalize off season just from experience. You still come back to playing the same game, whereas Call of Duty is a whole different...
Especially like Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6 and the introduction of Omni Movement. Completely different game. See, if I go back and play a game that doesn't have Omni Movement now, I don't recognize it.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Like, if you... What do you think would be like playing Ghosts?
Oh, I'd feel like I'm stiff and old and all that anyway. But I'd like, you'd need some serious WD-40 in the joints. Like,
because to be fair, like I couldn't tell you last time I played Call of Duty, but like Ghosts for me, I really enjoyed Ghosts.
Yeah, that was my first year competing. Technically, like
I enjoyed the S&D the most. I think in it, the S&D I thought was sick.
Yeah, I miss game battles more than anything in the world.
100%.
Like,
bring back the GBs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the CMG have one, but it's not the same.
No.
That's because it's run by Rolo.
Fuck
you, Rolo.
Friend of the podcast.
YOLO, Rolo! But you were saying about it's like COD is the only sort of game that does that. Counter-Strike and other games don't. I think that's down to Call of Duty losing its identity. Or not losing, it's on that path of not knowing exactly where it is and where they want to go.
But do you think Call of Duty, as you just on what you're saying, do you think Call of Duty is a bit like Fast and Furious? They're just sort of you know what I mean?
That's a very comparison, actually.
Perfect.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
100%.
People are like, you're still doing this?
Yeah.
You know, and like Call of Duty's been for a very, very long time.
Fast 20? Really?
Yeah.
Like I can remember
it's like, oh, we need a new Transformers movie. Where's Michael Bay? Like, just where's David Von der Haar?
That's what I feel. That's what I feel COD is like, where it's, and I've said this for a long time. I feel COD needs to die death to then ignite. It needs something totally to go away and or whatever. But that's obviously tough because at the
won't
end of the
happen.
day, because it's people's job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, it is people get paid to play.
And they do make really good looking games.
Yeah.
I'll not knock that. Like the visuals of every COD that they've released is wow.
But I just look back at the maps that they used to have. You know what I mean?
But do you think that's a nostalgic thing? I had a conversation with Ross the other day saying that obviously when we grew up in 2008, 2009, we're playing the likes of World at War and Modern Warfare 2. That was our childhood as such. And then we're looking back and going, we miss that. But there's kids of this generation are growing up with the likes of Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2019, and all them sort of games. But do you think we're part of the problem? That people have such a bad reflection on Call of Duty?
Yes and no.
COD's always been like that. There's always a complaint from, it comes from the top down, I think, in my opinion. Like, of the complaints then filter from there, then it just comes down to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it does. But
the community is really bad at what to do. Like, every time there's an announcement of COD, I don't get me wrong, BO7 doesn't look great, but even going before in the Black Ops 6, people are like, nah. Even before they tried the demo, the beta hadn't even come out, they're like, nah.
I feel like that happens with games that like roll over year on year, like FIFA. How many times do people say, "Oh, I'm not getting FIFA this year. I'm not getting it." And,
You know when
and
you're
they
getting
bought
with
FIFA, and not only have they bought it, but they've stuck £100 on FIFA points in the first week. Like, I don't fucking absolutely. That's me.
Well, that's
Like,
you're showing about FIFA points. That's the same with COD points and the whole microtransactions. That has really, really, really destroyed the game.
yeah,
That going in for 20 quid here, favor here, and
it's one of the things that I can actually refrain from buying is like camos and stuff. I'm not interested at all. But it's ever since Fortnite. Like the microtransactions just went.
to be fair,
Everybody wants all the
Fortnite,
shit.
there's very few games. Well, there's obviously games over the years, but there's very few games that have had an impact. I remember I wasn't going to get into Fortnite. I wasn't going to do anything with Fortnite. And it was with me at Darrell at the time. I was like, you should definitely play this. This is something totally different. And to be fair, like Fortnite at the time blew my mind.
Yeah,
I remember being like, this is very addictive.
it was
At the time, like very addictive. It was something just totally new and fresh, and it was always something that I love that style. Like just so many people and how what I mean. I just think that was
battle royales in general are great. Like they
but I think that took it to another level.
Yeah,
Took it to a whole different level, and then obviously
because like PUBG or any like it, I suppose H1Z1 kind of popped off before Fortnite did.
well you had Arma 2 with. I remember playing Arma 2. I think it was like a DayZ mod.
Yeah,
At the time and stuff like that. But I found it difficult to get into from a solo point of view.
and it's so detailed too.
Yes.
Like,
But whereas Fortnite was one of those things you could jump on your mate and it was just like go.
Yeah.
And you learned to
marketed more for the younger generation.
Yeah. And
Which they've done well.
it was I called it a plug and play game. There was no messing about. It was just whereas like the likes of those other BRs, you're having to get different scopes and having to get different blah blah.
plus
and
they weren't on console either.
no.
Like
So
they were all PC games.
Fortnite brought a complete different thing to it all.
And they brought money.
Yeah, like they brought a total different just idea behind what it was going to be. Because I can remember playing
I played till stupid o'clock in the morning some
I had
nights
like
when I
100
really
wins,
shouldn't
and I
have.
don't even feel like I played it as much as everyone
Yeah.
else did. Like I think I'm pretty sure I had 100 wins.
We have our very own Dylan Bruce who qualified for the World Cup. You know,
Right, that's the end of the podcast right now.
but to bring it back to COD, like you think COD needs to die a death, and sort of you were on the lines of the whole nostalgia thing. One of the things that I think has ruined the enjoyment of COD is they've made it so random.
Yeah.
So like the spawn system's
Yeah.
not predictable anymore.
Black Ops 2 used to be insane for like I used to listen to Kleister talk about spawns. You can't do that anymore.
No.
You can't. You can't figure anything out.
The maps are not. The maps don't have to be 3-laned. It's ideal, and like
But they're just not optimized for it at all.
there's just random lanes. They'll cut points, and none of it makes sense. It's just whack 6 players in here and hope that they buy.
What was that map
micro
in
stuff.
Modern Warfare 2, 23? It was on a bridge and there was loads of cars.
Oh,
what were they playing about? What were they doing?
I really want to remember.
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2,
Right, I'll try and look it up.
2023.
It was genuine. I'll explain the map to you. It was a highway going over a bridge, so it was about 5 lanes wide, and like on the right hand side of the map there was just a tunnel, but every single car parked in the gridlock traffic could be blew up. So you just spawned on either side of this bridge, chucked nades over, and you just boom, boom,
You
boom.
kept on down. Well, Formal did say when it first came out, they went, "What are they doing?
Like,
They're spending all this money and time on a map like this. Why? Why bother? Why waste your time?" It doesn't make sense.
the thing about COD as well, compared, like, you look at the big esports like CS, League of Legends, they are built for competitive. Like, competitive is pretty much the only, like, that's what you're driven into the whole time. Whereas COD's not done that way, which is why, in a way, I think that's why it doesn't succeed in like the longevity of it as well. And trying to make a Call of Duty like into a competitive game is ridiculously hard. Like the amount of GAs and stuff that you need, the amount of maps you can't play because they're just crap and they don't
Do you
work.
think the pros have too much of a say in the CDL?
Sometimes, but I think the state of the game would be worse if they didn't have a say.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have boys running around on maps with RPGs and that, or like, you know, you're in the middle of a really intense like hard point, and you've hit the flank of dreams, you've got the timing, and you just hear up comes a bouncing Betty and you're dead. You can't. No,
I don't know. Well, what do you think? Obviously, Modern Warfare 2019 and a Cold War possibly, or Vanguard, you were able to use snipers.
that
What do you make of snipers in a competitive aspect?
I've always liked that. Like, Ghosts was my first year competing, like I said to Stuart, and snipers were like a massive thing on it. So it's always been a thing that I've enjoyed. The only reason that there isn't snipers in competitive because we GA smokes. That's I genuinely think that's the only reason why snipers aren't in competitive anymore, because you can't just smoke off a lane and counter a sniper.
Yeah.
If you've no smokes and a sniper, there's no way to counter him
There's no
if
way
he's
to
good
counter him.
enough.
If you come
You
around the
might
corner, you're dead.
Dashy watching a lane, he can cut off half a map and just leave his 3 teammates to do the other half. It wouldn't work. So to a certain extent, you need to draw back on the amount of things that you're getting rid of.
Very interesting to watch an S&D with a sniper 1v1. There's something about it. It's just not your bog standard. Like, they're going to get good time, and it's like, right, you need to think about
Plus,
this,
like,
and they hit the shot.
What's the biggest clips from a CS major? Somebody hitting a mad like op shot. Like that's what people start screaming about in the venue. You don't get that. COD's very boring to watch competitively. Very boring.
I think so.
Incredibly boring. I can watch Hardpoint because it's constant.
Yeah.
S&D and Control's all right, but
Control shit.
Control is only interesting if it comes down to like, you know, a 3v3. If it comes down to basically like a S&D round at the like when it's 2-2.
And you've got the 4 lives apiece or 4-3-3.
I can't watch competitive COD.
No.
It's not. I don't have an interest in it at all. If I'm honest with you, But I think I've got like that in general. Like, I've started following Counter-Strike a lot more, but I struggle to sit down. I'd rather near watch highlights. So I would.
Yeah.
But I'm like that with a lot of things. I just don't know whether is it maybe repetition. You know, is it that you're like what's different? I'll be honest with you. I'm at same with football now, and a lot of things, like I can't sit like if a football match is sitting to like and it gets to half time and boys are just
like that match that we watched on Sunday morning.
Midfielders are kicking the ball back to defenders, and I'm just like I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
I can't sit and watch this. So I know from my point of view, I struggle with sitting down watching competitive esports at the minute because sometimes I'm like it's just not really doing it for me. It's a struggle.
I'm a bit different because I look at the players and I would kind of follow the players on the team.
Yeah.
So I like the aspect of if it is a hard point, fuck it. Chassis's just killed two off hill, happy days. Coming around spawn, Dashi's doing that. And because you've sort of you know them players.
Yeah.
And there's different players on different teams. Take Seattle for instance, and there's your wee man Neptune. Neptune against the likes of the Optic Boys is very interesting to watch. Like Neptune against Dasha, you're going, wow.
Yeah.
It's something about it for me. Just go, them two players are going at each other. This is interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Because you've got that aspect of superstars. A lot of people don't rate Neptune, but I'll put my hands up. I think he's outstanding.
A lot of the thing about watching like esports in general is I feel like in order for it to be fun to watch, you kind of have to have a good knowledge of the game before you even start watching.
Yeah.
Like if you were to set somebody down who's never seen a COD game and try and get them to watch a hard point and like understand what's happening,
Well, that's
not a clue.
that's where esports, I always
Not a
said,
clue.
can be funny because it's like, let's take for example, you have a League of Legends quarterfinals played at the SSE Arena.
Yeah.
Who here wouldn't know what
Having a clue.
happens? Only me.
Yeah.
And I always think about this, like certain esports, like what esports can you bring your family to? You know what I mean? And that's why I try. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
Like Rocket League is probably one of very few where you
Very
can see.
interesting to watch, Rocket League.
Yeah, well, it can
very
be.
interesting.
I've seen a lot of hype sort of plays. I've seen. Is it the famous Dignitas clip? I think it is where something and the place is going nuts.
Yeah.
So it is. But esports, as you say, it's. I think maybe older Call of Duties would have made more sense.
Yeah.
But not now because there's too much going on.
Yeah.
It's like Valorant. You ever seen Valorant?
Yeah, it's mental. Fucking, you get to a certain point in the map and there's
Where
five
you're in the middle of that
ultimates, like,
floor and there's 5 ultimates coming in on you
I
all the
think-
time, and you're like,
I think that might have been something that you said whenever we were out on Saturday. Stuart was running about the streets of Belfast, like, any of you play video games? Any play video games? And one of these guys popped up and goes like, "Oh yeah, I play Valorant," and you were just in absolute disgust. And I think you genuinely said, like half cut, was like, I'm just on a site and there's just 5 ultimates happening. And you just said the same thing. Yeah.
I can actually envision him saying that.
some of the videos. But the thing is, you've got the ultimates. So say for example, I hit Diamond 2 in Valorant before.
Yeah.
You've got a Brim ultimate, and then you could like use one of his other abilities to fire something else in too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy. But Valorant's popular.
Yeah.
So it is.
I got bad news for you because specialists are back in Black Ops 7.
Yes.
And that's basically ultimate.
You are indeed.
I don't care.
And
I'll not be playing.
Uplink's coming back as well. There's a third competitive mode. Or second competitive mode, sorry.
What is?
Uplink.
Or
Uplink?
an
Finger the
iteration
ball.
of Uplink.
When was the last time Uplink was played?
Black Ops. No.
Before.
IW.
Would it be for? No.
Infinite Warfare. Because that was the last.
Because I
jetpack.
played it in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my last tournament.
Yeah.
And I loved Uplink.
Yeah.
Like I remember doing a COD Champs run with a few boys and like being able to basically yeet it from a building across. You know,
Yeah,
if you could find the right. Like I used to sit. I always talk about this with people. Like to be good at something, you've got to do the nitty shitty gritty stuff. I used to love getting in the map and just like trying to throw stuff from certain places and whatnot. And that was sort of my last time then playing competitively, and I loved Uplink.
Yeah.
So I did loved it.
Because
Interesting to watch.
it only really worked with jetpacks, and then after Infinite Warfare, World War II came out, and they still had uplink in the game, but they called it Gridiron. But it didn't work at all because it was on the floor, and
Boots on the ground.
even the thing that you were trying to score into was on the floor.
Bring back
CTF,
CTF.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I think capture the flag needs to be brought back.
and it's really easy to understand.
Like some of the things of people like diving and the flag in and all. Fucking like I think CTF would be class.
What do you
to
think they
bring
were
back.
thinking about domination? Why did they even think about bringing Dom in? That game mode doesn't make sense competitively. Interesting playing pubs
I kind of enjoyed playing Domination that year.
because of spawn traps.
Not even
What year was that it come in? What
MW 2019.
2019.
We played Domination as the third game mode, so you played at map 3 of every series. But it wasn't too bad. I think I just really liked it because if you were up or down by a certain amount, I could really quickly work out like what was needed to try and get
you
the
need
win.
to get a trip cap or
And I think-
whatever. Yeah.
I think that must have been from starting off in Ghosts.
Yes.
Because it was Domination.
Some of like I've seen some of Scompy's big clips would have been from
Yeah.
Ghost, and like there's one where they get a trip cap and he knifes 2 people. He
Yeah,
knifes
yeah.
Rambo Gray and part of it.
Yes.
Like,
Oh.
that clip's unbelievable.
Freight,
with Benson,
Yeah.
So yeah,
I just loved the like, okay, we're down by 14 points. There's a minute and a half left. You can get 18 points in a minute and a half if you have a 2 cap. Okay, we can win by 4 points.
Yeah.
But I'm a nerd for mathy stuff. I don't know.
Well, someone has to be. Like, I used to, like, that's why I like Glacier so much, because he was one of the pros that used to teach people you need to start counting numbers and counting players.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. And it was something I then brought into my game when I used to listen to him. He'd be like, who am I missing?
Yeah.
Knowing that someone's trying to get behind or someone's trying to get like spawns or whatever. He said that was always crucial, that we're missing one. You know, because you might have killed someone else again. Everyone thought, oh, there's the 4th one dead.
Yeah.
No. But that guy's been killed twice now.
Yeah.
There is someone else missing, and he was really, really good at that. Unbelievable. And I think, is Clayster coaching now?
Coaching.
I'm not surprised.
Falcons.
He was coaching Falcons.
I'm not surprised. Like, he's like biggest brain I personally have ever seen and heard in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But yeah, suppose then sort of the generic question would be, when did your Call of Duty, not suppose career start, but when did Call of Duty start for you in terms of just playing in general?
I don't think I owned a COD until Modern Warfare 2, the original one. Because I for some reason, it's one of the things that I remember so vividly was being in the Mall in Lisburn with my granda. And we were in HMV, and I think this must have been after the games were out because they were cheap. There was Modern Warfare 2 and FIFA 10. And I just like grabbed the 2 cases, walked up to him, and was like, Granda, can I have these? And he was like, yeah, okay.
As long as it was your Granda.
Well, yeah.
Some random dude in the mall in Lisburn.
Knowing that you're not the right age, so you've got someone's Granda to come buy you Modern Warfare 2.
So I think that's where it started, and then Black Ops 1 was the first one that I had from release, and I think I got my dad to go down to the midnight launch and bring it home for me.
Do you remember where the old game store used to be?
On Bow Street?
Like in the mall?
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. There was 2, obviously, at one point.
Yeah.
And then obviously
Was there 2?
Yeah.
There's one
you know where the bottom of the escalators is in the mall?
I've never been in the Bow Street Mall. That's why I'm surprised there was 2 games.
Yeah.
You've never been in it?
Never in the Bow Street Mall.
There was
never.
There was 2
Drove past
games.
it, but I've never been in it.
Aye.
There was 2
Belfast,
games
mate?
within a 2-minute walk of each other.
Literally.
It was crazy.
So HMV was down where DV it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember it because I remember getting like, see, whenever I was like 17 and passed my test in R-Plates, so as the new Clubland came out, me and my mate used to go
Straight
buy
down and
Clubland.
get the disc.
Straight in the HMV to buy Clubland. And then,
What are discs?
Yeah.
so yeah, there was one on the main Bow Street.
Mm-hmm.
So there was. And then there was one literally where in the Bow Street Mall where the bottom escalators is, where if you're looking at the escalators over to the left, sort of, it's like a
Have you seen?
or something.
Have you seen what the shop where a game used to be on Bow Street?
It's turned into like
Like a card gaming,
yeah,
like friggin'.
you can go and play you
can go down and
TCG
play.
shop?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Dungeons and Dragons and all that.
all that yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But
So
yeah,
that's when your
that's-
first
That's when I first got my hands on COD, and then I remember in Black Ops 2, me and my mates from school would get into a 6-man domination or 6-man whatever, and just run through everyone like constant. What was it called? Harp. Was it called a harp? The advanced UAV in that game. Constant them just trying to get as many kills as possible, and essentially we were playing competitive COD because we'd call out and we'd be like, all right, we need to do this, and this. But it wasn't until Ghosts when a mate that I was going to Cubs and Scouts with was like, here, I think you'd like this. Showed me it. It was UMG Philly. Big Timer's last event on Optic. Just before the nade shot and Scump fallout. And I think Ricky was the last player on that team. And then that was it. Me and him started playing GBs. And I remember going into the GB forums and trying to find teammates, and then starting my Twitter account and trying to find teammates because that's the only way you could do it. So Ghosts, really.
What has been your favorite event?
On the playing side of things, the same one that I talked about in the Mega Minute was CDL London 2020 because there is a funny story about that event. The team that I ended up going with was 4 guys: Melvin, who's from here, Snake, Basiti, and Sean. They were originally supposed to go with a guy who's a decent friend of mine from the scene, Rico. There's only 32 team passes available for that event, and I had one. So I started playing with Melvin and Basiti, and I was like, here, lads, I do have a team pass. And I know Rico's got your team pass, but he's pretty crap. So just get me in. And they did it. And we got top 12. We beat one of, like, I think the team we beat in winners was like 6th seed. Like we done pretty well and we should have got top 8. But that's the best on the playing side of it. The best event that I've been to is either Boston or Toronto last year. Like, just, it's crazy whenever you go away over the Atlantic.
Well, it's more supported there, isn't it?
It's that, but it's like, it's cool going to events in the UK and whatever. But when you're taking a 7-hour flight to go and play COD, there's a different mindset.
You're locked
to it.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm here for a purpose. And granted, the purpose hasn't really worked out too many times whenever I've gone over.
It's like, I know it's knowing that it's a similar comparison on one of my friends growing up. His dad had a theory of, you buy the car, I'll pay the insurance, because he's seen it as you'll look after because you've paid for the car.
Yeah.
So as you say, it's a whole different ball game whenever you're going to something that is more meaningful and there's more money spent on it. And whenever you're locked in at that point, then to be like, I need to make this count.
I know jet lagged.
Yeah, there's kind of a thing about it as well. It's like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. Like, we're the European team, and there's maybe 12 European teams in the bracket and 100 and odd American teams, and you're just like, I don't want to beat every single one of these guys in their own backyard.
Yeah.
So I think there's that to it as well.
Is that Shawnee who went to London? And one more for 2.
The one who was on Boston as well.
Went in Boston as well.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened then?
He was a coach for a bit, I think. But I don't know what he's doing now. Because he dropped down into Challenger for a wee bit and played with like Sensor and all.
Doug Sensor Martin.
Doug Sensor Martin, I remember, because he was coaching Boston, and then it's what do you call him? Not Drew. English fella.
Zed.
Oh,
Zed.
I remember him.
Yeah, you would.
Like, he's back from.
He's still coaching Boston?
He would have been playing AW.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah.
he would have been like one of the guys used to play for me. I don't know if he's still playing. Defrag? Is Defrag still
Oh,
around? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he still playing?
Aye. I think so.
Because he was a youngster at that point.
He's either still playing or he's only just sort of stopped this year.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly.
Trey stopped playing, didn't
Yeah, Trey stopped playing a while ago.
Yeah.
he? That's a shame.
There's
There's
not
Trey
many-
was good.
There's not many
Very
players from back then. Like Bance has stopped playing now this
Has
year. Yeah, he's done. And past that, I don't think there's any European players that we would know anymore. Like,
I find. So obviously, like, I'm looking at Counter-Strike, and there's guys there at 34. Counter-Strike's just a whole different thing. Like, you can still be relevant Counter-Strike because of how tactical it is. You know,
Yeah.
It's like the Michael Jordan thing. Michael Jordan says he got better because he basically, like, he figured out how to play the game. He wasn't that young enthusiast. You know what I mean? And it's a different switch then at that point. Call of Duty just you can't be tactical. You have to be sharp.
yeah.
And the fall off can be quite dramatic.
Yeah.
So it
I
can
think
be.
if it went back to an older style, you probably could play till older age, but like
I come back.
now,
It's too quick now.
yeah,
Way,
now
way too quick.
with omni movement and just how quick the game, how quick
Wall
you
running
die.
coming back and BO7 as well is going to be nuts.
Yeah. But
14-year-old kids going, I shit on you. And you're going, where'd you come from?
yeah.
Literally. Like, did you play any Splitgate when it came out?
Oh,
A wee bit, not much.
Like, my TJ playing Splitgate was like,
aye.
what? You know what I mean?
Portal.
Me-
What's going on?
Honestly, it was like me, Daryl, Gabby playing against, like, and he's just like unbelievable how
Yeah.
quick he is. Like, I was just like, I just can't do this. So I can't.
It's complete chess.
It's different. If I gave myself enough time, I feel I could. But like, I haven't played video games properly, and I couldn't tell. Like, I couldn't tell last time I've held a controller.
Yeah.
I don't even think I know how to use a controller now. I'd have to sit, like, for the Black Ops 7 thing. I'm gonna have to sit and grind. Like, I'm thinking, like,
An owner of a gaming organization forgetting how to play a controller.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
it's all business on my side.
Especially when COD was the game that he came up on too.
I know, and I despise it now nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst teammate and reason.
you know what? He might be my best and my worst teammate at the exact same time. Zappy.
Zappy?
Yeah. I'll
Give the reasons.
I love him. He's like a wee brother, but just it doesn't know whether he's coming or going all the time. And the amount of arguments me and him had in the Modern Warfare 3 year was incredible, because I think I did speak to him, like, you know, talk down to him sometimes, because it was his first year coming in challengers from just being a random like league kid. And I was like trying to show him the ropes. And then eventually, like, he'd make a good point, and I just wouldn't have it. I was just like, no, I can't be letting you do that.
You wouldn't open up to him, no.
I mean, eventually, like, he was like on some things he was right, but there was
Yeah.
sometimes like he would say something, and I'd just be like, "You haven't even thought about that before it came out of your mouth," which is something that's just
Is that a
something,
Northern Irish thing, do you think?
that's just
It just comes out and then you worry
Yeah.
about the consequences after, I think.
that's just something I hate in general, is when somebody says something without thinking about it first, and I'm like,
Shovel that shit back up in the pocket and put it back in your mouth.
yeah.
So he's your best and worst teammate?
I would say he's definitely my best. He is like a wee brother to me. Worst, God, I've had some horrible teammates. Trying to pick one out is difficult. I don't know. There's been too many bad teammates to mention, and none that like anybody would know.
Yeah.
Like
What
Well,
was Shawnee like to
give
team
us
with?
an example of
What was Shawnee
why.
like to team with?
Shawnee.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Scottish.
I never played with him.
You not see you team with him, no?
No.
I thought you said you team with him.
No,
That's
no.
who you went to London with. No?
What did I say?
Shawnee?
Oh, Sean. No, this was another guy called Sean. Just Sean.
Right, okay.
But it wasn't spelled the way, you know, we would spell Sean. It was like Shaun.
Right. Like Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what was coming. That was in here, like ready to come out at one point.
Yeah.
Sean the Postman.
Oh no. I have my worst teammate, and it's, I don't know if he'll ever watch this. I do love him as well, Frimj, because me and him went to an event in Vegas in Black Ops 4, and he had me dropped on the Friday. We still had games to play on the Saturday.
Alex.
Like,
When you were at the event,
yeah, like the talks had already happened behind my back.
so who was going to play?
No. Like I was still gonna play, but the talks had already happened on the Friday night that I was gone after the event. We were still in the bracket playing
Holy
for
shit.
like whatever on the Saturday.
How did that affect you going to that weekend, going into the Saturday? Would you
Um,
just block it out or just...
I don't think I didn't know about it until after we were done on the Saturday, but like knowing that before I'd even got home from Las Vegas, I was dropped was like, yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
And bad that your teammates knew about it as well
yeah,
at the same time.
but that's just the COD
Yeah,
thing.
I've talked about this before. I would say I'm one of these owners always trying to find a solution first before doing something drastic like
Yeah.
that. You know, if someone's going to an event like you're in Vegas, they must be good enough to be there in the first place, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, is there a way we can figure this out, or
Yeah.
there's something we can do? Like, you know, I was even talking to like my TJ last night just in general. Like, from my point of view, I'm always like, give me someone that's coachable. See, as they're coachable, they'll improve. Like, I don't care what's going on right now. Just give me someone who has a good attitude, who I can sense and feel this person wants to improve.
Yeah.
And if someone is coachable, they will improve. That's my mindset on it all. Let someone improve.
Yep.
I think in every aspect, whether it's esports and sport in general,
Yeah.
we are too quick to go like that and be like, nah, you've had one, or like some of the trials, like that teams under me used and be like, yeah, we tried the guy for one series, he was crap. I'm
Aye.
like, but you haven't even given
It's
him
hardly enough
you know,
time to shine.
people are, especially when it comes to gaming as well. There's a lot of people who are introverts, so they could be absolutely bricking themselves coming into their first
Yeah.
scrim. You know what I mean? And they're not even like, it could be totally different. It just never sits well with me when something like that happens.
Well, like on the whole coachable thing, that's how I've have picked my teammates for the last God knows how many years in competitive. Like, you look at Aroma, who's now a content creator for Ultra. It was me and another guy called Dingbat who gave him his first like
Dingbat. I think I remember Dingbat.
Me and him gave like him his first chance in challengers, and he was coachable. Now, did he turn into a wee bit of an arrogant so and so? Like after that, yes.
An arrogant what?
He's English.
And then Zappy, Zappy was really coachable at the start, and then not so much once. But that's just what I do. Like I've played COD for, I think whenever I thought about it, it was like 12, 13 years, and I was like, every single one of those years, the knowledge compounds on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then I just have things to teach. So like even going into Black Ops 7, if I can find somebody from Northern Ireland, preferably, or two people, God knows, who are coachable and talented at the game.
Come in.
Like,
Well, what we're talking about, if we're going to go into BO7 and go into challengers and compete, we might do a trial of local people from the island
Well,
that want to be competitive and go into the competitive COD that are good. Trial out.
we talked
Yeah.
about that. Might have just been general chit chat. Like I feel, because obviously our TikTok is doing quite well. We're getting like messages constantly, and it seems to be a lot of Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Fortnite seem to be like a lot. But like my ideal scenario would be like 2 or 3 real veterans and a young absolute just gut running gun. That's and let them fly. I feel when you start to talk about this in sport, when you start to turn someone robotic is when they lose the natural ability to do anything. And
Let them flow.
let them, like, if one map they might go negative valley, that's fine. If someone's worked them out, but most of the time they're going to be nuts. And I would prefer to be like, right, let's get this 18-year-old in and let's let them fry. And you boys just, the rest of the boys just, if we could get that scenario,
that's, I mean, I don't know, that was one of the hardest things to do. Was Appy was like, obviously he was insanely talented and could just kill for days, but you kind of I had to sit there and really think about what was the best way to tell him not to do things. It was like, look, I think it's brilliant that you ran into that room and killed all 3 of them, but look at where you were, and now whenever they spawn up, look at where they spawned. You just spawned all 3 of those guys that you killed at the next
At the other
target.
side. Yeah.
There's times when you shouldn't do it. Hey, it's difficult.
So going back to Stuart's point about having a pure run and gun young blood, Mark playing for Optic, how long's he been in the challengers?
This could be his second year, but
well, it can't be long
I've never-
because you have to be 18 to play Call of Duty, don't you?
So
I've never heard of
kids
him
like
before
that
this year.
who are just raw talent kids.
Yeah.
Insane.
Obviously, we know like they're playing Call of Duty but
officially, yeah,
But like
yeah.
Donk for Counter Strike, from what I know, and I don't quote me on this, he has like 11,000 hours. 11,000. Now a lot of it, they're saying some of it can be like sitting in lobbies or like see whatever.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of like he has put ridiculous amount of hours, and he's like 19, 18, 19. Like a lot. When you put those hours together of what like that is absolutely.
What age is he?
19 or something. Donk's only 19 or 18.
That's nearly 500 days of game time.
Yeah.
That's a year and a half.
But he's but that's,
And that was sitting on a GT Omega.
Huh?
And that was sitting on a GT Omega.
Yeah.
and he used codes BSG to buy it.
You nearly got it right.
I know. Yeah. Use codes BSG.
He's now turned French.
There you go.
Power Storm.
That is the French translation. If someone in France is
BSJ.
BSJ code up here somewhere. Over there somewhere.
Top 5 Call of Duty games.
Oh God.
COD? Oh, COD? Somebody say it?
Save my life.
Black Ops 2.
Okay, so
in no order, or are we talking order?
5.
Or you
I want an order. I want
Okay.
the number 5, like 5 on the list.
Right. I'll start at number 1 because it's the easiest. Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 is your best?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking like personal skill wise or like just game in general?
You're thinking too much into this.
I know.
Pick 5 games. Five. The ones that look the best, the ones that...
I'm hungry.
Black
Get a
Ops.
pizza crew.
Wait, I was going to say, I might order a pizza crew, by the way, so...
Trying to get my list out. Right.
Get your what out?
Well, we're waiting on you to fucking think about it. Right, so what...
Hey, Ross, do you want to hop on here? I'm getting bullied by these two.
Here, Jordy, do you know what the thing about it is? He's listed as best. There's no one gives a fuck about the rest of them.
Who off?
There you go. Well, there you go, everyone. Josh's number one game or number one Call of Duty is Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
We'll see you all in the next podcast. Thank you very much. Right, so 2.
Right. Black Ops 2 is number
Is there
one.
any that would be? Is Black Ops 2 like it?
What?
Is there nothing? You don't think there's anything that's even close?
Modern Warfare 3 is close.
Okay.
Like the original one, not the one that was like out last year or whatever. Jordy's having a wee lie down. But Modern Warfare 3 is close.
Okay.
Black Ops 1 might be third.
Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 3 fourth.
Okay.
And fifth. Frig. Modern Warfare 2. And if you notice, all of those games are at least 11 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I was noticing there's a lot of Black Ops there too.
yeah.
There was.
Big Treyarch fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially during the Von Dar years. Big time. Like, as of late, maybe not
I
so
used to
much.
love the videos that come out about him. Like, you know, the Hello Darkness, my old friend, and
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
made
yeah.
a Von Lahar one.
Yeah.
Class.
Hello.
In fairness, Black Ops 6 is not a bad game
It's not.
for the most part.
But
Like,
that's what I think we talked about. The maps could probably be better.
Oh,
I
they
think
could
if you
be.
made the maps better, the game would be
If
quite
the-
smooth.
Servers are shit.
yeah.
They really are.
If the maps were better and the spawns were predictable, it could be one of my favorite games ever, honestly.
Top, well, out of the 3 developers, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch. 1, 2, 3.
Infinity Ward last.
Thank you.
Fuck
Na-
you, Infinity Ward.
Never thought you would be saying that after Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. But the last couple of years, they just dropped the ball massively. They don't know what they're doing. What games did Sledgehammer really have an impact in?
Modern Warfare 3
Advanced Warfare?
and Advanced Warfare.
The Sledgehammer
There was
2.
another one. Did Sledgehammer done World War
World-
2? World War 2 is one of my favorite games ever too, now that I think about it.
World War 2. Is
It
that
was-
the one? Is that the one that I did the midnight launch at? Did you?
Yes.
Were you there?
Yes.
I actually liked the sound of the bullets.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things. I can
Yeah.
still remember the sound of the
Yeah.
bullets on that game.
What-
It actually felt quite good.
World War 2 was pretty good, and then even like halfway through the year of World War 2, it got a significant update which changed competitive quite a bit. Like,
That's a huge thing. Don't they? Is it COD that does like can sometimes do an update like the day like week before champs and all?
A
oh
day
yeah,
before.
Was it? Was it?
A day before.
Yeah.
They can have mid-season or a new season update and
Sure.
then have tournament.
you wouldn't know this at all. For the majority of the year, when the pros are playing, like in the league or at an event, they're not playing on the patch that we're on at home.
Patch.
No, I know.
They're on a previous patch because they've mucked something up with the update that came out before the
I'm
game.
pretty sure League of Legends is the same.
Yeah,
They'll be playing. It's not. They're playing on a different
Yeah.
patch.
I
So
think
it
that's
is.
crazy. But
Yeah. But yeah. What do you think Call of Duty needs?
Jesus.
Buried.
Yeah.
I'll dig the grave for them, no problem.
It's really simple. Like I think it's really simple. Like given the fact that I think Black Ops 6 is a good enough game, and the only thing it needs is good spawns and good maps. I think it's that simple. Good spawns, good maps, and a reason to keep playing it the whole year.
Do you think having the 3 developers is just making things a lot more difficult for them? Because they're having to set targets for different games, and obviously Activision being the big mama
Yeah.
is giving them the direction to go, but they're
Yeah.
given the freedom to make what they want. Do you think having 3 developers is a bit too much?
Oh, if you could put all 3 of them together and just have them do, release a game that comes out, say in 2025, and the next one doesn't come out until 2028.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just do it like there are good bits that each developer does. Like in my opinion, Infinity Ward's gunplay is usually pretty good.
Mhm.
Like Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2, the one that came out somewhat recently, the gunplay was really good. It was like the only good things about the game. Treyarch are usually good when it comes to maps and movement,
Mhm.
and Sledgehammer are really good on the cosmetic side of it, like Advanced Warfare. The cosmetics in it were insane. They should just put all that brain power together rather than, Activision might go, okay, this is what we're going to do for the next 3 years, and then they just go off and do their own separate thing, and it doesn't really mesh in.
I
tough
wonder
because
when Microsoft have actually got involvement in the development side of the game and the creativity side of it. Because obviously they were only bought over there last year,
Yeah,
year before for $64 billion.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. But you want, obviously they've brought them in, they've put all the games on the Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking now, when are we going to see their secret sauce being put into the game? It might be evident and go, bingo, that something has changed here.
Yeah.
And it might be them. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping and praying that something does happen.
That's all COD players are doing at the minute, is hoping and praying. Like that's all we're doing. Like,
and it's tough because, certainly when it's people's careers, you're held. I always talk about it. You're held by the balls.
yeah.
You literally. It's like we're getting into backup 7, and I have to play this game, and I don't really have. And that's why I think a lot of people need to have another avenue. If that makes sense, like whether it's another game or whether they're going to focus on coaching or something like that, and that's why I think players need to focus on content too.
Oh, don't get me started on the fact that I should have been streaming from Black Ops 3 onwards. Like, I knew it then, and I just didn't want to do it. And if I'd just done it,
Yeah,
I'd
you
have
never
been
know.
I'd have been streaming for 10 years by now.
Yeah.
You never like
And you could
in
have been
10
built
years.
up to, even if you're sitting, like, you couldn't make a living from sitting with a couple of hundred viewers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. And that's all it needs.
Yeah.
It's people that are coming in consistently, and Twitch is watched by millions of millions. You know what I mean? Like 200-300 people is easily achievable
Yeah.
to sit there and whatnot. So how long do you reckon you've got left? Not today, but like
At least one more.
at least.
Well, I mean, the reason why I've got one more is because I'm currently saving for a house deposit. Now, what is good for saving for things? Sitting in the house and not spending much money. That lends itself perfectly to playing COD competitively because you won't spend any money. You'll just sit there.
You can focus on that then.
Yeah.
Probably not a
actually
bad thing. I think probably to go back on what maybe we talked about, if the pace of the game, if it got quicker, it would probably get harder then to stay in it. You think?
It's all understand. Like the games have been quicker and quicker and quicker. It's just how
You're very good at slowing the pace down. Like
it's all about how quickly I can understand how to slow it down and play it the way I want it.
That's
wanna
one
play
thing that I've noticed massively when I watch your gameplay of how quick you can pretty much go, esports trying to go, whoa.
Yeah.
And the whole pace of the game stops, or slows down, you're like, holy shit.
And it, like one
That
of the,
goes to show the mentality and that, like, you've built your experience. You know how to play the fucking
like
game.
I think I'm really freaking good, but I don't want to blame teammates. But if I had 3 teammates who trusted me 100% and just done the things that I need them to do so that I can do what I know I need to do, I can make a team be class and I could be class myself. But whenever you're an in-game leader for a team, maybe you experience this, if people aren't listening to you and you don't know what's going on, you then have to try and, put the pieces of the puzzle together.
It's like
And
playing
it just-
chess.
yeah.
It is literally, and even talking to our Counter-Strike team at the minute, and Shane was like, some of the guys I don't feel are listening to me. We need a coach, and he just wants that other aspect and that other, similar to what you talked about with regards to the editing. Like when you at the start you were like, I don't want to listen to anyone else or whatever, but then you were like, oh, actually, it's quite good that someone else is then having. And I think that's super important in every aspect. Being open-minded to listening to what other people have.
Listening to your peers.
Because I look at it to be like, I can't really think of a scenario, but like I look at it to be like everyone's gone through something different, so that not everything suits me.
Yeah.
Something might suit you, and something might suit you. So you've got to cater for that. Like, and it's opened my mind a lot more to Belfast Storm because I always focused on competitive, because I'm a competitive person.
Yeah.
Then people are like, what about the casual side of things? What about and this is why I think we've opened up a lot more in terms of obviously Jordy coming in and doing, but it's opening those other avenues and opening those other things, and like
I think there's maybe a weird thing now that we've made the casual side of it a competitive thing. Like maybe because we're good at it now. Like we know what to do. So we are competing against other people's content,
Yeah.
and for the most part, we blow them out of the water already.
Well,
But
I actually put it into the group chat. Self-analysis is
Yeah.
a big thing, and it's called SWOT analysis. You have to do it whenever you're doing a business plan.
yeah,
I said to the boys in the content team the other day about doing an analysis on yourself and other people and figure out what are they doing good, what am I doing good, what are they doing bad, what am I doing? Because I had to do that for years through the
Yeah.
business plan of, going and looking at other orgs in the UK. What are they doing good?
yeah,
They're doing this, and this. Well, it was NSG, obviously, and then I've done it for Belfast Storm too. But over the years, just thinking back of, I had to do that a lot. I had to
Yeah.
go look at what other people were doing. And a lot of it used to be content. I used to say a lot of people weren't doing content.
Taking a reference from different aspects of different things, and even could be watching a movie, could be watching a competitive sport, could be watching a local sport. If you get something coming into you and you're going, I can reference that, and I can put that piece and that piece and that piece together, bang. That's where magic happens, and that's how things do come together. It really does.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, I think that's enough guff talked. At least we didn't talk about cows in this one.
No.
yeah. We talked some shit.
Yeah, we should
What
have moved
does
on
the
to,
cow say?
we should have moved it
Hey,
on. We should have
moo-moo.
moved it on to sheep. We'll do a
Sheep.
different animal for every podcast.
One thing
Yeah.
you were saying about you should have started streaming years ago.
Yeah,
Aroma beat you to it.
I know you did. Yeah,
It's not the reaction I was looking for. Fuck.
it's,
I can tell.
it's
That's affecting you every day.
It's him that I look at and I go, he done it right. Like the kid had the mentality for it. Like he
But that
knew-
is a big thing. It is a mentality thing, and I very much talk about this as even with our creators. We don't like someone has to want to do something. You can't hold people's hand through everything because they'll just not do it. And the first bar that comes up, then the next minute, oh, I can't do this anymore, or no one's here to help. Like you've got to know how to do things yourself and want to do things yourself too. So you do.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it, and I think that's probably something that has changed with you. You're more willing now than probably what you were
Yeah.
before.
It's being in the right environment too.
Yes.
Like this is the perfect environment
Absolutely.
for content. Like
Yeah. When you're bouncing off other people and you're seeing things
Like
and
my-
you're seeing the numbers go up and whatever, that excites people.
Yeah.
It does. It's
I'm not overly big on my own personal stuff. Like once COD and FIFA come out, I will stream pretty consistently. But I just prefer coming in here and fucking doing what you've got planned or bouncing off Ross or whoever. Like
Yeah.
it's us coming together and doing stuff. Like
well, that's it. And I think that's super important. We've talked about that a lot, like collaborations, but we want to collaborate with other people, but it's us staying as a group doing things together, which is making this enjoyable and
Yeah.
everyone
Keeps
loving
the
it.
engine moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it does. Keeps the steam going.
But yeah, that has been Josh Powerhouse Johnson.
it's done.
You don't fuck with a powerhouse! Here's a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I'm hugging my guest now. Yeah, I got a hug of the powerhouse. Jealous?
Okay, that's us for episode
Nice one.
2 of Brewing Up a Storm. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Right, that'll do.
Bye